This is the second half of the final of the U19 division of the Premier Cup here at the Regional Athletic Conference in Salt Lake City. Utah Celtic in white currently leading 1-0 against City SC in navy blue. White play the ball back to their keeper. Brock Alleman chasing the ball down with a high press. White clear it down the left-hand side, brought down by Brock. Lau challenging, lays it off over to Eli. Eli not on the same page, and it will be scooped up by Bryce, the Celtic keeper. Ball rolled out to the right-hand side, chipped up into the center, chested down, and it looks like Brody Alleman will get there. Brody moves to his left. Caleb trying to get out of his way inside the box. Tripped up, and White will be able to clear it. Josh putting a bit of pressure on. White recovers. Jason somehow emerges with the ball, and a foul called against City. Sorry, White.
The same guy again.
And now several players getting in on the skirmish.
Gotta get him on yellow. He can't keep doing it. How many warnings?
So a free kick awarded to City. Top left side, the left side of midfield. Josh gives the signal. Medium height, it will be picked up by Will, cleared out by White. Chested down by Eli. Eli to Jamo. Jamo cuts over to the right-hand side. Lays it off behind Brody, picked up by Caleb. Caleb in the box, stuffed. Cleared out to the right-hand side. Ooh, jumping in there is Jason. And Jason kicks the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Celtic throw in. Bottom of the middle third on the right-hand side. Ball heaved, headed back by Josh. White lets the ball roll out of bounds. It'll be White throw in the attacking third on the right-hand side. White throws the ball in. Ball goes to the original thrower. Jason challenging. Ball top right of the side of the box and cleared out by Josh, blocked by Jason. Jason lays it off over to Caleb. A 50-50 won by Celtic. Caleb challenging again. Lau in there. Ball dislodged, and it is to Caleb from Jamo. Caleb, this ball stopped. Recovered by Jamo on the left-hand side, and he kicks it over to Brock Alleman, who keeps it inbounds. Attacking third, 18 yards, slipped up inside the box, lays it off, and chipped up high, goes wide right, and a foul called against City.
Let's go, City!
And it will be Celtic ball.
Let's play!
This free kick is about 22 yards from the baseline. Kicked up by Celtic, and it will go all the way back, and it will be City goal kick. Ball at the feet of Josh to Brock Rhodes, up the center to shot deflected. It'll be a corner kick for for Celtic, for White.
Good one.
Celtic give the signal. Ball medium height headed away by Brock Rhodes. White will get there first. Will challenges for the ball. Will called with a foul.
Oh, come on!
You don't realize that? Come on. Let's order now, Jamo. Give us a line. Yeah. Let's go.
I don't get it.
He's not a pusher.
Left-footed chip inside the box. Brock Rhodes gets to it first, headed back by Brody. White will recover. Jamo, no. Jamo sticking with it. Ball goes over to the left-hand side. Eli on defense inside the box. He toes the ball away. Eli clears it down the right-hand side and chipped up by White. And that will go out of bounds. It'll be Blue throwing. Blue down to Lau. Lau to Brody. Brody on the right-hand side in traffic, dispossessed. Celtic in the attacking third, approaching the box. Shot blocked by Rhodes, and swing and a miss. Brock shot cleared again. Brock clears it over to the left-hand side.
Let's go, Celtic. Let's go. Come on. Celtic, move in. Let's go.
White throws the ball in. Eli who's able to connect. Brought down by Will, who is sandwiched, and a foul called against him. It'll be free kick for Blue. Top right-hand side of their defensive third.
Let's go, City. Keep pushing, boys.
Ball into play. Jamo to Rhodes. To Brody. Brody under pressure. And a foul called against White. Jamo to Lau. To Josh. Josh swings it wide to Jason. Jason plays it up over to, not sure where that went. White will get the ball. Their defensive third, Caleb on defense, and a foul called against Caleb. White kicked the ball over to the right-hand side, headed down and picked up by Zach, who's playing keeper this half. Ball rolled out over to Brock. Brock to Zach. Zach has to split between two defenders to Lau. Seems that City's defensive line is falling apart at the minute. Jamo to Eli. Eli crossing midfield. Eli inside the attacking third. Eli over on the right, lays it off over to Will. Will 17 yards out, left-footed cross. Headed back by Celtic. Brody recovers top left corner of the box. Moving over to the right. Shot. Blocked. Will. And it bounces in off the deflection. Will Harris with the equalizer.
Let's go, City! Good follow, Will! Let's go again!
Kickoff for White.
Sorry about that. Give me a heart attack. Give him a heart attack. It's all good. Do it again.
Played over to the right-hand side, bottom of their middle third. Kept inbounds, no. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in front of their own bench. Jason throws the ball down the line to Caleb. Caleb cuts back, dispossessed, recovers the ball on the left-hand side. And Caleb challenges, and a yellow card given to Caleb. Ball back into play from the spot of the foul. Celtic pushing back. Ball deep, headed back, headed away by Jason, cleared out by Josh to Brody to Jamo. White will recover though. White. Advantage given, no foul called there. And Brody challenging. And another foul.
From behind, the shoulder, elbow to the back. What a crazy.
Ball back into play for White. White swings it farther left. Against the line, Will Harris. No. White with possession. Into the middle. Brock Rhodes pressures. White, bottom of the middle third. Ball played back to their keeper, allowing White to get back into their offensive shape. Chipped up over to the right-hand side, gets past a couple of players, and Jason will be there to chase it down. Jason plays it against the left line to Caleb. Caleb back to Jason. Jason looking for Lau, who keeps it inbounds, kicked, and it will be blue throw-in. Celtic with several substitutions. Jason throws the ball in on the left-hand side. White gets to it first, kicks it out of bounds, and it will be a blue throw-in. Jason to Jamo. Jamo dispossessed. Lau, no. White stopped by Brock. Brock chips it up into the center. Nowhere. White recovers. White from the right-hand side, middle third, play it back. Top of their defensive third. Now at midfield on the right-hand side, Lau challenging. Caleb comes up with the ball. Caleb against the left line. Caleb cuts back, still with the ball, and a foul called against Caleb. It'll be, no, the call was out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for White. Lau gets the ball down to the feet, and a foul called against Lau. Ball kicked high to the left-hand side, into the arms of Zach. Zach puts it up into the center, over to Jamo. Jamo to Lau. Lau at the bottom of the circle at midfield. Plays it up to the left-hand side to Caleb, who dinks it off. His pass intended for Jason was intercepted by Celtics. Jason staying with it, and a foul called against White. It will be a free kick for City. This one about 30 or so yards out on the left-hand side. Top of the attacking third.
Go, Bugs!
Brody standing behind the ball, ready to send it into the box. Ref getting the wall lined up. Brock and Eli, last men of defense, off camera. Signal. 2 steps, ball chipped up high into the box. Brought down, Brock. Caleb shoots. Right hand side. Putting City up 2-1. It was Caleb with the goal, and I want to say it might have been Brock Alleman with the assist. We'll have to review the tape, of course. So, let's see, Celtic make a couple of substitutions. Kickoff for White. White swings it over to the bottom of their middle third. Challenged by Lau. Advantage given. Cleared up by White. Headed away by Josh. Caleb gets the ball. Ooh, no. Jamo almost got that ball being bounced back around. Caleb to, ooh. And a foul called against Brock Alleman. Both players down, grabbing their heads.
Let's go, Celtic!
Let's go!
Celtic with a free kick, dead center, middle of their bottom of their middle third. Most likely taken by Bryce here. Bryce kicks it to the left-hand side, and it'll be Brock Rhodes who clears it out, gets it to Jamo. Jamo over to Brody. Brody in the center to Jamo. Jamo to Brody. Brody with a bit of space. Brody cutting into the center, attacking third, lays it off on the left-hand side, shoots. It goes in the bottom left-hand corner, putting City up 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes us to the water break.
Guys. Bye. Good job to Will. Woo-hoo.
I know. Girls are 0-0 still.
Okay, go girls.
Look at the back. Who's that? There was no back to the house.
City making several substitutions during the water break. Tate on, Jax is on, Henry is on, Nash is on, Kai is on, and Sebastian is on. Celtic with the kickoff, trailing by 2 goals, halfway through the second half of the final of the Premier Cup for the U19 division. Ball back into play for White. They play it back to their keeper, Bryce. Bryce, the ball chipped up. Henry bringing it down. Henry slicing it over to Jax. Jax back over to Kai. Kai over to Nash. Not there. Recovered by Sebastian. Sebastian lays it off over to Tate on the left-hand side. Tate to Jason. Jason to Sebastian. Sebastian cutting into the center. Places it on the ground to Henry. Henry lays it off to Sebastian. Sebastian dinks it over to Jax. Jax inside the box, crosses it over, brought down by White, blocked by Nash, and Celtic players down inside the box. Tate challenging for the ball. Ball. Brock flexing his muscles, his triceps as he dinked that one away. And stoppage in play while the ref assesses the injury for Celtic. Ball back in play. Brock to Zach to Josh. Josh on the left-hand side to Jason. Jason. No. Kicked out of bounds by Nash. White recovers. White with the throw-in. Nice move by White there. White recycles back to the keeper. Kai putting pressure on the defense. Ball going over to the left-hand side. Jack staying with him. Henry putting pressure. Crossing midfield. Ball staying in. Eli. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in. White with a substitution. Eli throws the ball back to Brock. Brock to Josh. Josh puts the ball up over to Sebastian. Sebastian immediately pressured, and a foul called against White. The ref seemingly playing tighter now. Ball at the feet of Tate. Tate to Josh. Josh down the left flank. Intended for Nash. Not there. Nash second effort. No. White recovers. Chipped up into the middle. Brought down by White. Sebastian wins the tackle just outside the box on the top left-hand side. Resets. Bodied. Sebastian still there. Gives it over to Eli. Eli inside the box. Crosses over. Brought down by Jex and cleared out by White. Headed away by Josh to Sebastian. To Eli. Eli back to Henry. Henry to Eli. And White recovers. That ball is kicked out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in, top of the middle third, right-hand side. Heat becoming a factor and showing itself for both teams. Ball thrown into Kai. Kai to Henry. Henry to Kai. Kai dispossessed. White recovers, cleared out of the middle. Tate will settle that one down to the top of the circle, left-hand side. Lays it off wide left. And intended for Kai, but White gets there first. Tate gets the counter. Ball goes out of bounds as blue throw-in. Jason to Nash. To Jason. Jason lobs it up on the left-hand side over to Kai. Kai looking for options to cross. He does at the top right-hand side, trying to get to Henry. Henry swings it wider right over to Eli. Eli down the side, and Henry unable to keep it in bounds. It'll be goal kick for White. Ball kicked over to the far right-hand side. Headed down by Josh. White recovers. Tate on defense. White inside the attacking third. Bringing it to the center. Shot! And it goes wide right by about 2 feet. It'll be goal kick for City.
Big out, 2.5.
Josh standing 4 paces behind the ball. Runs up, left-footed kick high to the left-hand side. Brought down by White. Nice touch. White recovers. Henry staying with his man, putting pressure. Sebastian coming in to help. White recycles back to their defensive line, and it's kicked up to the far right-hand side. Jason kicks that back over to Zach, who kicks it to the far left-hand side. It'll be White throwing at midfield. Josh gets a toe on it. White recovers. Tate, no. Loose ball on the right-hand side. Crossed in. Deflected. And Jex clears it out. Gets it to Nash. Nash over to the left-hand side to Henry. Henry wasn't expecting it. Henry, ooh. Henry was Heisman'd away there for a second. White chipped up over, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Zach drop kicking the ball with his left foot over to the right-hand side. Eli staying pace for pace. White inside the attacking third. White breaking through on the left-hand side of the box. Brock Rhodes with a block. Tate clearance. Picked up by Kai. Kai now inside the attacking third. Kai lays it over to the left-hand side just behind. Oh, and it was cleared out by White. Squandered opportunity for City. And the call is throw-in for Blue. Eli to Kai, to Eli, back to Kai. Kai gets it over to Sebastian. Sebastian moving over to the left-hand side, shoots, and it'll be scooped up at the bottom right-hand corner of the goal line by Bryce, who drop kicks it with his right foot over to the far right-hand side. Josh tracking it, heads it away. Brought down by White at midfield. Nash with the tackle. Nash inside the attacking third. Nash looking for help. Moves over to the left, dodges the tackle. Inside the box, shoots. Blocked by the defense, and it'll be a corner kick for City. Sebastian standing over the ball in the left corner. City looking to extend their lead. Signal given, two-step run up, ball bending inwards. Almost headed by Josh. Had Josh only gotten a buzz cut, he would have hit it. Ball back into play for White. Nash dislodges the ball, no foul called. Kai loses possession. Jex chasing the ball down. White circling in amongst their defensive line. Henry emerges with the ball with Nash. Nash moves over to the right-hand side, winds up, shot! A few feet above the crossbar on the right-hand side. Goal kick for White. White taking a moment to make a few substitutions. White's keeper telling the troops to go down the pitch. He's going to boot this one far and deep, and he does, all the way to the top of the attacking third. White recovers. White, ball blocked by the head of Tate. Tate on defense. Josh dislodges the ball. White maintains possession. White over to the left-hand side, just across midfield. Henry dislodges the ball, clears it. White will recover. White dodges the tackle. White into the center. Tate gets rid of it. Jax kicks it down the line. It'll be White throwing just before midfield. Celtic throw the ball in. Kick it back to the original kicker. Swung into the center. Picked up by Sebastian across midfield. Sebastian is tackled away. White lay it off to their center back. Jason scoops up the trash. Gives it to Josh. Josh, not the best first touch. Turns over to the right-hand side. Dodges the tackle. Gets it over to Sebastian. Sebastian to Jason. Jason trying to get over to Nash. Kicked out of bounds. It should be White throwing. Yes.
Go!
White, throw the ball in. Jason, knock it away. Sebastian causing problems. Tate puts a foot in there, stopped by Jason. Ball chipped up. They've got a runner in. Zach is there at the left-hand side of the box to scoop it up just before Celtic got there. Ball rolled out over to Brock Rhodes. Brock at the top of the D, plays in the center over to Tate. Tate at the bottom of the circle, dinks it to Kai. Kai brought down by White. Jax to Henry. Henry, nice move by Henry. Henry at the top of the circle, midfield, slots it up off the back heel of Celtic, and that will roll out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick.
All right, City, let's get one, boys. Go, Josh. Put your head on it.
Let's go.
Josh promised that if they win today, he'll shave his head. So.
Will he? He does need a haircut.
Kai gives the signal, right-footed kick, 3 steps to the far post, and just before it got to Josh, Bryce snagged it away. Headed up by Eli, controlled down by Jason. Jason to Josh. Josh at midfield, gets it to Kai. Kai settles the ball down, lays it off on the right-hand side to Henry. Henry, wider right over to Jax. Jax looking to cross it. He does. Henry circles around, slowed the ball down to Nash. Nash to the left, to the right. To Henry, to Tate. Tate fakes a kick, gives it over to Jax. Jax, nobody wants to shoot. Jax crossed, cleared up, and then finally cleared by White. Tate settles the ball down, cleared by White again. And that ball bounces past midfield. There is tricep flexor Brock Rhodes, gets it over to Henry. Henry to the left-hand side to Sebastian, to Jason, no, Sebastian. Sebastian to almost Tate, goes to Brock Rhodes. Brock chips it up, tried to get it up to Kai, goes too much, and it'll be at the feet of the Celtic keeper. He eats it out over the far right-hand side, bottom of the middle third. Celtic looking for a cross to the left-hand side.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Ball crossed, hits the backside of the post. City wanted an offsides. No offsides was given. Let's see, City, Brock Alleman coming on, Nash coming off, Jason coming off, Eli coming off, Caleb coming on.
Let's go, City!
Oh, Nash is still in the game. Ball kicked up by Blue. Sebastian brings it down. Ooh. Celtic from their defensive third, breaking past Sebastian. Tate challenging, and a foul called against Tate or earlier. Can't tell. Yes, it was earlier. It'll be a free kick. Top of the defensive third on the right-hand side for Celtic. Ball booted up high into the center. Breaks through inside the box. Crossed over and behind the left post. It'll be goal kick. Ball played quickly to the feet of Tate. Tate at the top of the D. Tate to the right-hand side over to Brock Alleman. Brock back over to tricep flexor Brock Rhodes. Up into the center to Kai. Kai to Brock. Rhodes to Brock Alleman. To Josh. Josh. Down the left-hand side to Nash, over to Sebastian. Sebastian cuts in the center, dodges a tackle, and cleared out by White. Settled down by Brock Rhodes to Henry. Henry to Josh. Josh, left-footed pass over to Nash. Nash just inside the box, and the call is goal kick. City pleading for the deflection call, not there. It'll be Celtic goal kick. Ball kicked up high to the right-hand side, headed down by Caleb, who is debuting at left back. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be White throwing in front of the blue bench. Ball kicked up, crossed high, bouncing before the line, and Zach will be there to scoop it up. Zach rolls it lightly to Tate. Tate, right-footed pass to Nash. Nash in the center over to Henry. Henry back over to Nash. Nash chips it over to the right-hand side, trying to get to Jex, and it goes out of bounds. White throws the ball in at midfield. No foul called there. Brock Alleman and Brock Rhodes in a tussle. Tate emerging with the ball. No foul called. Tate resets to Brock Rhodes. Brock Rhodes swings it back over to Josh. Josh to Caleb. Caleb to Tate. Tate dinks it off back over to Zach, waiting at the 6-yard line on the left-hand side, who passes it to Josh. Josh, top left corner of the box. Left-footed cross up to the top. Bro, nice touch by White. And bodies flying down. The foul was called against White. And a yellow card given.
Go, Brock.
I like this screaming.
Brock Rhodes plays it down on the ground to Tate, who stops it with his right foot, passes it to the left-hand side over to Josh. Josh, top of the middle third, tries to get it to Sebastian. Not there. They reset back over to Bryce, who launches it up high, deep into the center. Zach will have time to get there. It stops literally just before the goal line, forcing Zach to kick it over to Tate. Tate over to the left-hand side to Josh. Josh back to Tate. Tate winds up, chips it to the right-hand side, looking for Jex. Jex challenging, and goal kick is the call. Ball played down on the ground for White. Top right of their corner of their box. Middle circle now. Stopped by Brock Rhodes to Tate. Tate across midfield playing a nice pass. Intercepted though by White. It'll be blue throw in front of the blue bench. Caleb looking for options. And that is the final whistle. City SC winning 3-1.